My most viral video, it now became my most viral video not long ago, maybe a week ago or something like that. It's titled, "I'm 35 and a failure in society's eyes, but the happiest man ever." And I was thinking, why am I the happiest man ever? And some people might be saying, well, you don't have a soul-sucking full-time job, and you have a girlfriend, and you traveled a few times last year or the year before. You got a good, comfortable life. Um, but I sure those things help. but but you know what? I'm happy just spending time by myself at home, alone, watching some YouTube, eating some potato chips, and just sitting down, chilling on the couch or in front of my computer. And I can spend quite a long period of time by myself before I feel the need to reach out to a friend and meet up in person for, whether it's to just meet up and talk with them on the couch or have coffee with them or something like that. I do that maybe once a month, something like that. But I can spend long periods of time just by myself and be happy. And I was like, why am I so happy? And I realized um, I used to be at war with myself. I used to be enemies with myself. But that constant negative voice, like, oh, what you did was stupid. It was so embarrassing. It was so cringe. Why did you say that? Um, just, people are gonna be laughing at you, or all this negative self-talk in my head. I've had that since I was little. It got worse during my teenage years. That was probably the worst. But even in my 20s, it was pretty bad. But um, it's not like I'm completely immune from that anymore. I might get that feeling of like, oh, what I said was cringe in front of other people. I might still get that feeling, but it resolves pretty quickly now, and I'm like, it's okay. It's all good. I'm blowing it out of proportion. They're not even thinking about it, and it doesn't even matter in the grand scheme of things. I'm just obsessing over these minute details that only I notice. Um, you know, and there are times when, before I met my girlfriend, that I would just go to the restaurant by myself and have my favorite meal, whether it was 돼지국밥, which is pork soup, or go to the movies by myself. When I used to watch a lot of movies at theaters, I would just go by myself in the morning at like 11 o'clock when there was hardly any people at the theater. Just enjoy a quality movie by myself with have the whole movie experience just to myself and thoroughly enjoy it. And nowadays I don't really go to theaters that much. I just watch it at home. But I would take myself out on a date, going to eat my favorite meal or watch a movie I'm excited about, and I was very happy doing that. I still would be happy doing that if I, did that today. It's just that now I'm trying to, save the eating out or the movie for with friends or with my girlfriend so that, it's now a shared experience. But if there was a movie that I really wanted to watch that my girlfriend didn't want to watch, yeah, I had to go watch it in theaters by myself. It's just that hasn't really happened. But what I'm saying is, I've become very good company for myself. I don't need to have someone next to me to enjoy my favorite restaurant meal or to enjoy a movie that I really wanted to watch or just to enjoy the comfort at home watching YouTube videos or just listening to music, my Bach piano playlist. Um, I don't need anyone other than myself to enjoy those things. I don't have someone who is constantly talking shit about me in my head, this negative self-talk. I'm just at ease with, yeah, I'm just at ease with myself. So I guess I don't feel, if I don't even, like, and then there are times when I might, crave some conversation with other people, but those don't have to be all the time. For me, it's and not to say that I don't enjoy hanging out with my girlfriend. There are some weeks where I meet her almost every single day, and don't have that much time to myself, or I still do, because when she goes to work, I have time for myself in the morning and afternoon before meeting up in the evening. So I still get time to myself even when we're meeting up almost every single day. So I guess I'm getting the best of both worlds in that sense. So what is the takeaway, the conclusion that I'm trying to say here? It took a long time to get to this place where I am happy in my own company and don't have to distract myself from being with myself. I think a lot of people, they're uncomfortable being with themselves. So even, let's give some examples. If they're at a restaurant by themselves, they'll always bust out their phone. Maybe even if they're in a relationship, if their partner goes to the washroom, they'll bust out their phone immediately within seconds and then have to distract themselves, because they can't just sit and just be there with them and their thoughts, because they're like, oh, I'm getting antsy, okay, I need to, and they bring out their phone. And that's the same when they go home. When they get home, they have to be watching something all the time, listening to some podcast, some YouTube video, whatever it is, news. Pick your poison. Social media, for me, it's YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTube, but there are times when after I watch something, I just want to digest what I've watched, so I turn the TV off and I just sit there and I just let things simmer in my mind, or let it bubble up. And I'm not saying you have to do that yourself. I'm just saying this is what I do, and I don't feel the need to have to always distract myself or look at something. Like I've been sick the past week and a half, almost 2 weeks now. And I remember there was a day I was just so bored because I didn't want to watch anything. I was bored of watching YouTube videos. I didn't want to watch YouTube videos. I was just bored, and I didn't want to do anything. And so I just literally sat down and was just being bored, not watching a video or listening to some podcast or something, and not having a conversation with anyone or AI chat or nothing like that. I was just bored. I'm like, man, this kind of sucks. I'm just being bored. But at the same time, I didn't want to distract myself with force myself to watch a video or play a video game that I didn't want to play. Or I would rather just sit there and do nothing instead of reaching for a distraction, like stuffing myself with some junk food or something. So I was really bored that day and sat there. And that was an exception. Usually most days are not like that. Usually I would, like to watch a YouTube video here and there, and then listen to my piano playlist and just, yeah, but I have a lot of time to myself. I don't have a full-time job. Look at the time. It's a Wednesday at 2:16 in the afternoon, and some people in my position would get like really bored. I'm like, what do you even do all day with all your free time? I'm like, yeah, just watch a bit of YouTube, eat a bit, and listen to music, and that's majority of sitting down doing nothing, recording videos like these. Like it's not really groundbreaking stuff. It's just pretty banal. Like I'm not binging that much either. I'll maybe watch maybe a couple hours of YouTube in a given day. I mean, sometimes I binge more than others, but I don't watch hours and hours, like 6 to 8 hours. I don't watch that much stuff. There's a lot of just in between time where I'm just sitting down and just thinking, okay, what thoughts are bubbling up now? And so, yeah, it's very peaceful. It's very comfortable, and I'm not suffering from what I used to suffer in high school or in my 20s when I would be tormented by my thoughts. It's, you know, I'll even have moments where when I'm just sitting and I'll get a flashback of a past memory and it'll be funny. I'll be like, yo, that was so cringe. That's really funny. And I'll burst out laughing. I'm just making myself laugh unintentionally. I'm like, yeah, that's some funny shit. It's funny that I remembered that. Um, and I can look back on something that was cringe and then I laugh, or something that was genuinely funny, and then I laugh. Like, yeah, I just and I remember, because of my bipolar 1 and mania and psychosis in my 20s, I had a lot of cringe memories where it was haunting me for years, and I guess like a decade, of just all these things that I said and did during mania and psychosis that I was so cringe that I ever said or did that, because I didn't mean to say or do that. But when you're in a manic and psychotic state, you say and do things that you normally wouldn't say. So afterwards I felt so cringe about all the things that happened and just beating myself up for it. But I guess with time, all those kind of faded, and I'm not sure. There are times when I have these cringe memories that pop up, but now I can kind of laugh at it, at how absurd it all is, and just not feel this cringe physical crunching of my body, but just kind of like poof, laugh at it. So yeah, I'm at a good place. Oh man, it's snowing again. It's snowing again. Yeah, so it's how old am I? I'm 35 years old now. I'm turning 36 in 6 months in September, and I'm at a better place than I've ever been in my life, mentally speaking. Like, sure, yeah, I got the I'm taking antipsychotics to keep the bipolar and mania and psychosis at bay, and I've been doing that for years and years, but I'm not talking about that mentally healthy. I'm talking about the relationship I have with the thoughts that bubble up, the relationship I have with just being with myself. I've never been better. It's been a difficult teens and 20s of self-sabotage and self-cringe, and I'm at a place where I accept myself. I radically accept myself. All the flaws, all the cringes, all the things that I gotta go. I gotta. Anyways, yeah, I'll end it right there. 1% better every day, baby.